Hi everybody, welcome to March. We are the 3rd of March today, so we are well into the first week. I just had to come on here and just say how much change is going on in my life, and I wanted to just talk a bit about facing your fears because I had to face one this week. It was really challenging for me, but I did it, and I feel like things have just been fast-tracking change in my life after I took this next step. So I hope that you enjoy, and I'm just going to share a little story with you all today on the vlog for some Thursday motivation because today's a Thursday. So I have to just be real here with you guys. I've been having issues here at my living situation, and it was just a matter of boundaries being crossed. I won't get into the nitty-gritty details, but there was some behavior that was concerning for me that was going on, that it was just building up. The tension was building. You know, this is my home environment, so I felt like I couldn't escape it, and I had stresses going on at work. There were also issues happening at the office, and you know, there's changes happening in work that I'll tell you about as well. But I just felt like I can't come home and feel fear about anything related to what's happening here in what's meant to be my safe place. You come home to feel safe, to escape all the tensions of the day, but what was happening was I was feeling myself, and I can't speak for anyone else living here, but I was feeling tension coming home, and I was uncomfortable, and when I get uncomfortable, I withdraw. So I was definitely withdrawn. I would spend a lot of time in my room. I wouldn't really speak to anyone in the house, and that wasn't good because all it did was just avoid the issue. And this is something that I have done most of my life. I'm not proud to say this, but we all have things that we're meant to be working on during our lifetimes here, lessons to learn. And definitely one of my lessons was to stop with avoiding confrontation and to stand up for myself when I thought that something happened to me that I didn't agree with. So that's the lesson that I had to face this week. I had to build up the courage with the support of my support system. Mom and dad, they built me up, and I psyched myself up enough to say that I had to say something. I had to address it. No one else in the house was going to do that for me, and I had to own that, stand up for myself, confront them, even if it meant that it was the last thing that I wanted to do. So, you know, I had thoughts in my head thinking like, I'm not even going to talk to them, they're not going to listen, I'm just going to move out. And that's the avoidance tactic. That's the tactic I've been using all my life. You know, something is adverse in my life, instead of confronting it head on and working through it with them, I just run away, or I switch jobs, or I go get a new place to live. Like, I just feel like that's just not what I wanted to carry on doing. So this time I decided to pluck up the courage, and I confronted my flatmates, and I asked them to have a chat. I addressed and just put all out into the open everything that was bothering me, and it was just scary, and my adrenaline was pumping, and it was the last thing I wanted to do, but I did it. And I'm really proud of myself, because even though it was really hard, and even though it took a lot of courage on my end to actually just do it, get it done, and say something, stand up for yourself, and confront the issues that were causing me tension and causing these reactions that I didn't want to live with anymore. And ever since I did that, ever since I confronted my fear and faced it head on and just did it, I feel like I've been set free. I honestly do. It's the only thing I can say is just, I feel like I've grown. I feel like I've been set free from whatever was holding me back mentally, spiritually. I just feel like I'm ready for the next step. It was almost like a test that I had to live up to, and I had to do it. And, you know, for someone who doesn't mind confronting people, this is probably like, oh, not a big deal. But I'm sure there's probably something that you're dealing with that you too have fearful thoughts towards doing. And I always preach that I don't want to let fear interfere in my life for me achieving the things that I want to do. And so I had to stand up and walk the talk. Sorry if you hear noise, there's a lot of background noise. I have my window open. So I did it, and ever since I had that confrontation with my flatmates, it didn't go perfectly. It's not like the kumbaya moment you see in TV or movies, but it meant something to me. So even though maybe they didn't take responsibility, I still felt like I got something really, really big out of it, and I was able to move on with my life and let go of that tension, and I feel content in my heart and soul, and that's what matters to me. And ever since then, ever since I took that step and faced this fear that I've been avoiding for a while now in my life, I feel awesome. I feel confident. I owned it, and I'm really proud of that. So that's what I just wanted to share. So hopefully if you are feeling like you know that you have something that you really want to do, but you've been putting off facing it out of some kind of fear, I hope that you can take inspiration out of my story that I just did, and I faced it head on, and I'm on the other side, and I can say that it's worth it. It really is worth it to do it. So I really encourage you to take that step if you can. The other thing, as a result of, all of this flurry of change coming through my life, is I made the decision to leave my current job and to get another job in a different area. It was a big decision because I'm really happy where I was working with my team, but the work environment itself was very challenging and it was trying. And after a long time of dealing with a complex, challenging environment like that at work, I decided to let go and change jobs. So this will be the first time that I'm leaving a job after not working for 10 months. This was the first job that I had, and now I've made the decision to leave. So this was something I was going to do because I'm trying to work towards long-term options for seeing if maybe I want to stay longer in New Zealand. I need to switch my visa. I need to think about, where my long-term vision is for my life. Do I want to head back to Canada? Do I want to switch visas and be sponsored to stay a little bit longer here in New Zealand and settle here for a more longer-term period than just 2 years? These are the things that I knew I had to think about long-term, but I was in a job where I felt secure and I was going to stay there, but I knew that eventually I'd have to change. But now it's all just been fast-tracked. I've got opportunities coming through where I have the opportunity to interview for different jobs, to work on exciting files and different ministries. Like it's really cool that when I welcome change into my life, it seems that it comes really swiftly, and I'm really, really happy right now. So I wanted to just share that message out with you guys today to say if there's something holding you back and you're fearing it and you've been avoiding it like I had been for years, just do it. You're going to feel amazing on the other side, and 2021 can be a year for us to face these fears head on. And I encourage you to do that. And if you do, please reach out to me. Send me a message. Find me on Instagram. Comment below and share that for us so that we can also get inspiration from your story too. But that's it. That's all I wanted to say and share with you guys today. So I'll catch up with you guys in the next update. Bye.